Hello and welcome to Art Yourself Studio. I just wanted to thank you all for being a part of my inner circle. And I wanted to give you a little bit of a freebie, a little demo that I thought you might like to try at home. And here we go. We're going to get started. If you do like these techniques and you decide to use them, I would love a shout out because I'm trying to grow my inner circle club members. I have a club. I will attach the link to I'll attach the link in the inner circle group. If you're interested, you want to paint with me every Friday. I think it might be kind of fun to bring your troubles that you might be having and I can help you, or we just want to paint. It's July and August, and I know that there's not a lot of classes that are going to be being held, and maybe you don't want a class, maybe you want a break. So I'm hoping to have some paint together time. And right now I just want to give you this little freebie. And if you use it, please just give a shout out to me so that others can find me and join our inner circle. I would love it and appreciate it. So I'm getting my stencils out. I did a demo for Judy on stenciling with and here are some stencils first. This stencil I bought from Art Minds. They're an outdoor stencil set. You can use them on different projects. You'll find it on Amazon. But the one I was using was this hummingbird one. And you can buy these stencil brushes. You get a pack of 3 or 4, and they have a really nice stubby end. I'm sure some of you have done stenciling before. Got my 2 waters here. I've got my Pringles little chip with the towel in there. I've been using that so that it keeps my desk clean. Of course, I have the eraser if I need it, but I'm going to use this medium stencil brush, and here are my regular brushes. I use this small one, size 3, 4, and 1, and 5. So I'm just going to use the 3 actually. I just use the 3 right now. So I'm getting it wet. Cleaning it off a little bit. I did this with one of my privates. We did some stenciling together. And so I think it was Judy. I hope you don't mind me mentioning you, Judy. But I love these stencils. You've got little ones. You've got the hummingbird. I played with it. I wanted my hummingbird dark. So I put some dark colors in there. I did the dragonfly. I'll show you the butterfly, and I did the Bumble Bee, which I love, and trying to decide where to put it in my composition. I kind of really don't want this perfect number of objects, so I'm trying to look. I have the bumblebee and the dragonfly, and maybe what I'll do is put as I'm creating as we're talking. I don't know how if you guys do that sometimes too, but maybe I'll put this dragonfly here just so that I have 4. I won't have just perfectly 4 images. I'm playing with it. If you have different stencils, you probably will get some more variations, and you'll be able to do a little bit more with it. Here we go. We're going to get started with this dragonfly. And since I did that one in a green, I'm thinking maybe a nice light lilac. I have this light lilac on and you just stencil it in, dab it in. The reason why you use this stencil brush is because it's short and stubby, and it really holds the paint that you need to use, but it doesn't necessarily bleed out. I am seeing a little bleed line there. And it's kind of staying inside the line, but I'm not going to worry about that. What's so fun with watercolor is it just doesn't really matter. I want you to just play and have fun. This is really just to have some fun, be creative. This is really great for mixed media ideas. If you want to do this on a canvas, you can. So now I'm going to just clean off my brush, let that dry a little bit. I'd like to add a little punch to it. So I've got this really fun light pink. It's kind of between a fleshy color and a pink. Now I just squeezed it on there, and there's a lot in there. So I'm going to go ahead and let the paper absorb some of that water, and go ahead and grab some more because I would like the pasty consistency. And I'm just going to dab parts of this just to add a little dimension with the pink. And don't worry, if it goes through and bleeds through, it's okay. So then you carefully lift it off to the side. And then clean off your stencil with a paper towel. I like to put one paper towel down here and then the other on top of it and just clean it off gently that way. Just kind of rub it back and forth. And you see right there, that gave me a little dimension. Now I can add the butterfly. And I think I'm going to put him here. Of course, I'll probably do 2 butterflies, but I like the monarch butterfly, nice and orange. And I see there's a little bit of water there. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a little drier, more dry. Oh, I see I made a mistake, which is fine. We're learning. I never worry about a mistake. I did this yellow butterfly, and it's right next to the yellow bumblebee. So I'm just going to try to think about what color can I put with yellow to take it away from this yellow and make it not have the yellow. So if I add red, it's, as you know, in our foundations course, we know how to mix colors. We're adding the red and the yellow, and that will make an orange. And that will be a much better color to be next to this one. So I didn't fuss, and I'm leaving some of the yellow in there. I really like that. I'm going to set this down for a minute. A little trick that I'd like you to do on your canvases or on your stencils is just take a piece of paper, a piece of tape, and go ahead and just put the piece of tape on the edge of the template, and then you can gently lift it up without scratching or scraping. Then I'm going to fold this ahead of time. Should have done it ahead of time, but I'm going to fold it now so that ahead of time for the next time when I want to use it. I'm going to go back to that paper towel method, go ahead and clean it off. And I'm just really just having fun. This is what this is about. Look how pretty that butterfly is. If you want to clean up the edges, I'm kind of creating as I go. I did not plan this ahead of time. I hope that's not irritating to you. I like to have fun like this, and I want you to too. If you want to clean the edges up a little bit, you can take a wet brush and just rub the edges where you want it to clean up. And I need a paper towel in my hand. So I'm going to take that and just press over it. Now I waited till it was dry because I knew I was going to press over the top, and I didn't want to pick up all the paint. Definitely use clean water. There's a little smudge there. I'm not worried about it because I know my end result is just going to be all sorts of fun. In fact, it almost makes this look like there's a little bit of a shadow underneath that wing there, which is kind of pretty too. Okay, and in here, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. You also can do the illustration method we talk about in class with your pen and outlining. You can do that. Or I might even, because I really like this purple, I might even just go ahead and put some strokes in there just to make it stand out a little bit more. Either way, I want you to just play and have fun. I did lose this hummingbird's wing. I'm not worried about it because I'm going to take another color. Okay, there we go. Look how fun that is. Love it. It's on, what is this? 140-pound watercolor paper. I want to pop this little wing out. There we go. Just put a little red in there. Okay. I like that butterfly. I do think I'd like another one going in another direction over here. So I'll get that stencil brush, clean it out. I've got pinks and blues. I just put some red in. There's some purple and gray here. So I think I'm going to try to do another lighter color. I bought a whole stack of quinacridone colors. I love them. I keep them in a special tray, and so that I can play with them. The quinacridone is a very sparkly, shiny color. It blends into the paper really well. I do feel like you don't want to use every quinacridone color in one painting. I think the quinacridone is really by itself just its shiny little star. So you just pick one color that you want to be the shiny star. Not everybody can be the main ballerina. You have to have your supporting staff. So when I use quinacridone, I try to just use it on one element of my painting. Okay, now I'm going to have some fun. This is where I want you to just play, have fun. I'm sure you have stencils. We all are kind of crafters, and I'm sure you have some stencils at home. So grab your stencils. I'm looking for, oops, that's my favorite one. I'll go get just a minute. Here is one that has 4 little patterns. I was looking for my honeycomb pattern. Of course, I need that for the bee. I also have a brick pattern that I like very much, and a musical note pattern. So here's just a little square grid. I'm not going to line it up exactly with the paper. You really want to add some dimension and interest in your thing. So if we stay away from the perfect lines, that will be really good. Here we go. I'm just going to grab, I'm really digging in my brush, tapping it off a little, and then just tapping it down. If it bleeds underneath, it's okay, because we're going to keep going with the patterns and with the stencils. When I put it in one spot, oh, look how it bled in there. Let me save that wing. Oops. I'm going to save that wing shape. And that's okay. The stencil did not, it went past behind it, but it did not go on top of it. It doesn't matter. Try to dry your stencils off in between, and then try to use your pattern in another area so that it carries through. Lifting up, there's my tape tab. Cleaned it off in between, because whatever on this side will go ahead and show up later. So go ahead and clean it off every time in between. Still using that same color, I'm gonna tap into my hummingbird. You get the idea. I hope that if you're sticking with me, I hope that you just get your colors out right now and you can play with me. Use this time to just kind of play. I really like those reds. I don't know why I'm stuck on them. I need to move on. In my class, my foundations class, I talk about using all the different colors you have, using my tab, because you get to end up using the same colors because you use your favorites, which I do all the time. And let's see what's happening here. I'm going to go into some of these blues. I've got this awesome yellow. Let me get a different pattern here. Got this awesome yellow Bumble Bee. I keep my stencils right here in the desk, right below my knees, so that if I do a painting and I'm not crazy about it and I want to play with it a little more, I'll just grab my stencils and just start stenciling on it. You can save your paintings. You also can save them by, oh, that's neat pattern. You can also just save them by playing with them once they're dry. Once they're dry, you can paint on top of them again. And I hope, I encourage you to do that. This is just the way you play. You have some fun. Here's my honeycomb stencil. I really like that. I think I grabbed a blue. I don't want to stencil over the bee, but I do want this honeycomb to be around the honeycomb. Some of it is bleeding under, and that's okay. That's kind of part of the beauty of it. There we go. So I'm going to lift that up, and you see you get that honeycomb pattern. Isn't that exciting? I'm hoping you're enjoying this. Write a comment in when you are doing this. This isn't live because I wanted to have everything ready and show you, but write a comment in as you're watching and tell me what you think, so that when I go back, I'll look at it and see. And if you'd like to add a friend to this, please add them invite them to the group. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and love the musical notes. Can't help it. I just always think of the birds singing, and I like the dimension it gives. So I'm going to use this really pretty teal that I have. And again, I'm just tapping, but I see my design underneath. I might go over that wing there, but I see my design underneath. Of course, if you have your book taped down, it would probably show up even more, but I'm just having fun. Really just want you to have fun. lift that up. See how bumbly that fun is? Okay, so I need a little bit of a place for my eyes to rest. I've got a lot of activity happening here, and I haven't used all my colors. So this is a brick pattern that I like. I've got all my favorite bright colors, but I'm going to go ahead and use like, I'm going to use a brown. You could, sienna would be good too. I'm going to grab a little sienna in there because it warms it up a little. Some people like the warmer colors, some don't. I tend to gravitate towards warmer colors. When you're painting, the yellows and the reds will come forward. Those are your warm colors. And the blues will go back. So if I put some there, I need to put some over here. And I think you might be like, oh my God, this is so busy. But wait, I'll show you what I do at the end. It'll get better, I promise. It's just to have some fun and be creative. I'm turning it a little bit on a slant here so it doesn't match up with that other corner. It's kind of going off the corner. I'm lifting. Awesome. Now I had little dots that were here. I thought these would be kind of fun. And a color I haven't used is, let's see, oh, I haven't used a purple. Oh, this purple is really rich, dioxine purple. I'm going to go ahead and, wow, look how rich that is. Lift it. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put it in several spaces just to fill in. And I'm going kind of fast because I know you guys are watching with me, and I hope you're getting your paints out and that you'll be able to paint with me. If you do get paint it and have time, please post it, tag me, put my name in it. I would love to see what you did. If you have a painting that you don't like, a watercolor you don't like, try this technique. You'll be really thrilled. Now I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I'm going to grab my permanent marker. I see that you can't really see my designs, my animals through. I also feel like I need more resting spots. So it's kind of nice when I have this up here in front, I can see what I'm painting. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a light blue washed color and just kind of water in some plain spaces without pattern, just to tie the whole thing together. If it's all pattern, it's really busy. And I am going to get the black marker out. So this is just trying to fill in some spots. Doesn't have to all be blue. It can be any color you want. But look how fun this is. You can mount this to a canvas. You can frame it, put it in a frame. You can write little messages in there later on with your black marker. All right, so here's the black marker. And because there's so much pattern, I'm going to go with the thicker side. And I love the Bumble Bee. I'm going to do him first. I'm just going to do a nice thick outline of the Bumble Bee. Be sure to get your stencils out. Be sure to show me what you've done and tell me how much fun you had. Write in the comments parts that you like or parts that you don't that I should fix for the next time. I see how the bee stands out now. The hummingbird, yes, I really wanted him to stand out. His little beak. So when you outline like this, it's called illustration. You're partially illustrating your work. It just adds a little dimension to it. And it's a nice way to save a piece. If you're not happy or you made a mistake, you can do this outlining. It's a fun thing to do. We do it in my foundations class, beginning foundations class. See how fun that is? Now I'm seeing that it's competing with the purple. That purple is really dark. So again, deciding I'm going to get that purple wet and lay on top of it and dab it out a little bit. It's a little too dark because I want the black to stand out more. You can always do that when you're painting. Look how nice that is. I'm just going to fill in with the purple in the background. How pretty is that? It's like purple on purple. Okay, I think that's helping. It's really purple up here. And of course, this is not where you keep your coffee cup in this direction. The coffee cup has to go over here because you will dip your brush in your coffee or your tea or whatever you're choosing to drink right now. Okay, I like that better. I don't know. What do you guys think? So that one underneath is kind of a hidden one, and that's okay. I'm going to just highlight 3 of the elements here. Maybe I'll do 4. I kind of feel like that little butterfly would be nice. So when you're looking at this, you'll be looking at it for a little while, and then maybe you'll see this dragonfly, but I don't think you'll see it right away because I'm telling you as the viewer, I'm the artist, I'm telling you to look at these highlighted parts first. So when you're painting, you might think about that. You might think about, what am I wanting my people to look at? There you go. You see the 3 animals. Again, I think that purple is a little still a little too strong. These are some new brushes I bought. Of course, Amazon's your best friend right now. They have little wedges and cut out parts to them. They're like already cut out. They're like your fan brush, but they have some wedges to them. Let me show you. You can see the lines through it. Do you see how I can do like a, what do you call it? A plaid. Or here is a fun, this might be too dark. I don't really want the red to stand out. Look at that neat little shape you get. If you are interested in these, just DM me in the comments. You don't have to DM, just write it in the comments and I will put a link to it from Amazon. Those brushes if you want. I love this. I like the 3. I want this little butterfly and this little butterfly to stand out a little bit. So instead of outlining the whole thing, I'm going to take my black paint, the color that we mixed, the 4 colors that we put together to make a black, so it doesn't look like a flat black or like a hole. You use all your colors that mix it. I might even add a little purple in there. Take some of this brown that's on my palette. That's just perfectly fine. And I'm going to just carefully, I'm going to outline the little sections. That's what we love about the monarch butterfly, is how the black really stands out. And I think that's just going to do it. If you think of anything you think I could add, or you want to see, you want me to do a demo, let me know. Thank you for being a part of my inner circle. Please recommend anybody who would like to come and watch. I'm going to do more demos for you. I did put in a copyright article because a lot of people have been asking about what are the copyrights, and I really want us to be careful. I really don't want you to be known as a copier. Sometimes it's so easy to copy, and they will follow you, they will find you, and they will. Don't copy the teacher exactly, make it your own. You're allowed to, and of course the teacher might give you permission, but make the painting your own. Change it enough that it's your idea, or do a different picture than what the class is doing. And there are free, yeah, I like that. There are free photo sites that you can use their photos. So go ahead and use those because those are royalty free, or you can pay for a photo. If you paid for a photo, or if you're taking a professional class and that teacher has paid for that photo, you cannot use that. Unfortunately, you will not be able to use that. So you might want to just pay for the photo yourself. It's worth it. You don't want to be known as a copier. If you take classes and you're using their design and their picture, that's fine. You can give it away. You cannot sell it. I have asked several teachers, and some are okay with me using it for donation. I will donate the proceeds to brain tumor research. but I had to ask. You have to make sure you ask. Some teachers won't care. They'll love you to sell it, but most don't want to see you put that work into a gallery. And the galleries will say, well, wait, that looks like a Ginny Naegeli painting. And you don't want that. They won't accept your work. They'll say it looks like somebody else's. So you just want to learn the techniques from your teacher and then design and build your own paintings. Now, obviously, this needs what? What do you think it needs? I'm having fun with it. I might just put some words in there. I wish I had better handwriting, but maybe I wanted to say something. Sometimes I like it to have like little hidden messages in my paintings. Let's do a little bit of the B loop-de-loop. If you use this technique and you like it, please let everybody know you got inspired by me so that they may be interested in taking some of my classes. Now that I did that in black, I lost that pretty pink that I had. So I'm going back in. I'm going to put the pink on top. I'm tapping it because I don't want it to blend the black. I just want it to sit on top. Well, there we go. Now, either you love it or you don't. If you don't love it, then go ahead and cut it in half, in thirds, and then do more on it. Do some more designs. Let's see if I have a little. These ones are the big designs. Let's see. I'm thinking if I had something little, like here's another little butterfly or a little bird. Since dragonfly is kind of a big thing, I'm going to take this little dragonfly, put it right over that other little stamp that we had. Those shapes, just to give it a little different. I need to use a stencil brush. They're so much better. I'm sure you've stenciled in your time in a wall in your house, or you've used a rag and done some rag painting. That's what this is all about. All right, I have kept you long enough. I'm going to let you go. I hope you try this technique. I hope you have fun with it. I'd love to see what you make. Mine was just playing and I love it. I just feel like I was creative for a half hour and my mind feels better, and I'll come back to it. I'll put this away and then I'll come back to it and I'll add more to it. And I will be sure to show it to you in a link. Okay, so thank you for playing with me. I hope you get a chance to play. Please post it in this group and share the group with your friends. I do have some more tricks. Here's a little screen. I got a little trick here I could teach you next time. I'll save it for the next time. Okay, take care and have a really, really great Memorial Day weekend. Bye-bye.